I'm Jay Bullington. This is the Ice6. This started as an idea to make an indestructible ice racing car with a lot of power to be able to really drift the corners with the studded tires. It's a 2013 Audi S6 from the factory. They're around 400 horsepower. The previous owner dynoed this one at 697 at the wheels. We've detuned it, so we believe it's around 650. Haven't gone out to prove it yet on a dyno, but yeah, we just wanted it to be reliable and have enough power. So I used to ice race an S4, and it took a couple of snowbank hits and did a lot of damage. Also with 400 to the wheels, it wasn't enough to break the tires loose to maintain drifts. So we figured 4-liter twin turbo V8, basically the same engine that's in the RS7, upgraded turbos, and a sweet tubular front end, courtesy of Arts and Vichar. Here we are. This is what came of it. I made 4 sets of studded tires. I made one 5 years ago, worked great. They looked a lot like this, but more bolts. And then I decided to go all out, and we used 2.5-inch long bolts, and we put a plastic liner on the inside to try to keep them upright. So they were sticking out like 1.75 inches. And of course they sheared right off. So I guess I needed thicker bolts. We ended up doing a second set right away within like a week. We used some Pirelli slicks. That was a bad idea because they ended up just cracking apart. And we ended up getting a bunch of flat tires within like 3 runs. So then overnight we made these ones on some basic all-season tires. They're Goodyear Reliance. They're very reliable. And these ones, we just reused that hardware. We all got together, a bunch of us, and like threw these things together overnight, and these have been proving to work really well for 3 events now. Ice racing is the most fun you can have on 4 wheels, arguably the most fun you can have with your clothes on. It's just awesome. It's like rally racing or rally cross, but with tons and tons of grip, assuming you have studded tires. Snow tires a little slower, but requires a lot of finesse, so that's cool. But studded tires, it's just awesome. We pull, the last event, we were running data, and we're at 0.85 Gs, and we have spec stud tires, which are not very good. So we're borderline pavement grip. I'm sure this car from the factory was probably only like 0.9 Gs. And you carry all this slip angle the whole time, a lot like rallycross and rally racing. It's just something else. You can't beat it. And people who have raced all their lives on pavement, they come out and this is like a totally new experience, and it gets you hooked really fast. So I'm the owner of JXB Performance. I started the company a couple years ago when my autocross S4 started running out of parts to throw at it to make it go faster. So I started with some spherical suspension bushings, made those myself, and it kind of just snowballed. Made a couple of products that took off. Now our main product we make is a 2-piece drive shaft carrier upgrade. Really good for cars that have older drive shafts and are falling apart, and especially ones that are unserviceable. So you kind of clamp the 2 halves around the OEM bearing, and it's a great, easy mod to do. A lot of people like them as a performance enhancer as well. My website is jxbperformance.com. We also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all under JXB Performance, YouTube channel as well. If you want to see this car, JXB Performance YouTube, that's where we post all the big videos and edits and stuff. It's awesome. Go ice racing. Ice racing's awesome.